welcome back to another Nature's Always Right video. Today I'm going to be making my own custom greenhouse and seed starting area, and I'm going to be making it from this old, see that futon frame there? I've got two of these frames and they're pretty cool. They've got all these widely spaced slats and they've even got like sides, so it'll be perfect for seedling trays so they can drain and have lots of light to go through. So what I'm going to do is put it against this wall, because this wall, we're facing south right now. There's the sun, it's the winter sun. It goes across like this. So this wall is always in sun in the winter. And then obviously in summer, this is getting sun as well. The other cool feature about this wall is that. What is that? Well, on the other side is a dryer, and a clothes dryer. So my plan is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to offset those two frames. So one here and one higher. The lower one will stick out farther. The higher one will be up and back set so that it'll get a more even amount of sun. Then I'm gonna cover the whole area in some greenhouse plastic. So I'll be covering all the frames completely enclosed. And then what I'm gonna do is make a little inlet, like attach a little hose to this and then an attachment to my plastic, so that at night when it gets cold, if I see the temperature is going to drop a lot, or if every night if I want, I can just run the heater on high heat for, we'll see how long it takes, right? But probably 5 minutes or less on high heat, and I'll measure the temperature inside, raise it up to like 80, shut it off, close the plastic, and that heat should stay trapped inside all night. That's my plan. We'll see if it works. So I know that I can make the seedling tables. That's going to work. That's going to be really nice. But my secondary idea, is to use this dryer heat as an external heat source for the greenhouse and have it be essentially almost free. If I'm running my laundry, I could hook up the hose real quick and throw some heat in there, take it off, and then be good to go. So we'll see what happens. Could be a cool idea. So first things first, I'm just gonna modify this a little bit and take off the pieces I don't need. This was like one of those futons that folds and opens. It could be a bed and a couch. So this whole part is all unnecessary. I went ahead and went to Home Depot and I got some wood. These are 2x3s. So 2x3s were the cheapest and smallest yet strongest that I thought I could get. So I chopped the 2x3s in half, so now they're 4 foot tall each. And I'm just gonna build it on top of this picnic table here, because it's actually gonna get me the height that I really wanted, which is a table that's gonna be around 32 inches high. And then I'm gonna be putting bricks here on the bottom, which will raise it up a bit. About 3 feet is where my waist is. So I'm trying to make it really ergonomic so I never have to bend over when I'm taking pots or trays on and off of this thing. And then you'll notice that for my table legs, I'm gonna build them a bit high because in the future I plan on putting a second tier to this table. And when I do that, I'll be adding some wood on top and then slats on top. So it'll be 18 inches above this lower table, and then I'll offset it back so that's getting full sun. Since the picnic table worked out really nice, all I'm gonna do is take my drill. I've got a 1/8 inch drill bit in here. It's on drill mode. And I'm just gonna put a couple holes in here and then put 3-inch screws through it. And that'll create a very strong table for me. Right, so here are the new seedling tables. Pretty happy with how they turned out. It's cool, they can fit 6 10x20s on each table. And then once I make my second tier, make that so that I can hold 6 each as well. So we're talking 24 10x20s. Plus I still got my other tiered shelf here, which can fit another 10. So we're talking 34 10x20 trays on this south wall. Plus, I've got all this other table room here. I have room for my entire farm now. So now I can produce all of my seedlings here. I already have been, but now I've got the room, and this is like the most light efficient part of the yard for starting seeds. And the warmth of the wall, you can tell that it's brick and it's also south facing. So in the winter, it's gonna get that really nice sun. In addition, my next step here is to put greenhouse plastic across this whole thing, and I want to make a second shelf as well. I don't know what order I'm going to do that in. As with a lot of my projects and designs I do, I take many days and weeks to develop the design over time and think about it and build it, and then realize it's wrong and then fix it, and eventually through a few iterations I get to something that works pretty well. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to attach the plastic, how I want it to open and close, all of that. I'm excited also because I'm going to be starting to grow some microgreens soon. I got signed off for 3 different microgreens from the county. It was peas, sunflowers, and radish. So those are going to be the ones I'm trialing. I've never done microgreens before, and I'm going to start jumping into that really soon in the next few weeks. So I want to get this table set up for it with the heat and all of that as well. You could also incorporate heat mats into this. I have a couple which I'll probably try out as well. So all of that combination, this is going to be like a really good seed starting spot. You want to get an area that has really good sun and heat. So something south facing is excellent. And then you can always modulate how much sun it's getting by doing what I'm doing. So, you know, having some little stilts there so that you can hang either shade cloth or greenhouse plastic or agribond. Those would, you know, be the 3 different choices for different reasons. And I guess maybe that's the differences between the 3 materials. Greenhouse plastic lets in total light and traps heat. It doesn't leach out the heat very efficiently. And agribond, that is also a material made from plastic that lets rain through, light through, all of that. It raises the temperature about 3 to 5 degrees, but it does let air exchange, so you can't get the higher temperatures that you could with the greenhouse plastic. And then shade cloth, of course, that comes in different shadings, 60%, 70%, 40%, you know, all these different cuts. I'll probably do a 50% shade because that's what some farmers have recommended to me here in San Diego, being that we have very intense sun. So I'm going to try a 50-50 shade, and so for the really hot peak of summer, I can still sprout whatever the heck I want and be able to control the temperature. So having a temperature controlled area is really important. You know, having a greenhouse is essential to a farm, even in San Diego, just because it allows you to get such a jump on the seasons. It provides a protected area where you can really provide an environment that the seedlings will thrive in. So yeah, having some type of controlled area is really important, and thus that's why I'm building it. So I'm really excited to try it out and get it working here. So this is the final version of the table. Worked really great for me all season. The main thing I would change is I'd make these legs the same height. That was my big mistake. When the legs are the same height, then you could drape the plastic or you could drape the shade cloth or whatever right over the top. And I'd even make these legs slightly higher, but I was trying to have it all fit below these windows. But anyways, guys, it works great, and setting something up like this is really cheap and easy. And then you can just kind of modify it for the season with shade cloth or greenhouse plastic, incorporate heat mats or some other heating element inside so that you can start your seedlings really early in the winter. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a few things about setting up a seedling starting area. Please be sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day today.